Hi VMers, this video will walk you through how to process a CVM CP dump using DUMPLD2 and how to prepare it for transmission to IBM support. Our agenda today will take us through a simulated system failure, checking for the CP dump in SPOOL, processing it using DUMPLD2, confirming the validity and integrity of the processed file with VMDUMPTL, and using COPYFILE pack to prepare it for transmission to IBM support. We will start off with simulating a system failure using the system restart command for my first level VM system. This is equivalent to a PSW Restart function from the hardware management console. This function exercises a very similar code path to a VM hard append, which makes it great for the purposes of this video. The append code of a restart dump is SVC002. Once the system is finished dumping, it will proceed with the typical IPL process. Once we are back to our system operator console, we will want to issue query RDR ALL CLASS D. This command will show us every Class D spool file which exists on the system. CVM CP dumps are always Class D. As we can see here, userid OPERATNS, short for operations, has a Class D file which matches the restart dump we just took with append code SVC002. We could also confirm that the reason the system was most recently IPL'd via the query CPLOAD command, which will tell us the last start was a restart due to system failure SVC002. So now that we know that the SVC002 dump is in the reader of OPERATNS and the system just failed due to an SVC002, we can continue with processing the dump. Our next step is to log on to the OPERATNS user, which is an IBM supplied user ID. If you are unsure of how to log on to OPERATNS, please review the directory entry for OPERATNS in the user direct file on the pmaint2cc disk. Once you are logged on to OPERATNS, you could issue the query reader command to remind you of the spool files that were already there. You should attach and access a mini disk that you would like to place the processed dump file onto if you have not already. In my case, this will be the 252 disk, which I will access as filemode B. Now, we could issue DUMPLD2 spool OUTFILE Restart 2B. This tells DUMPLD2 that we have a dump in our spool and we want to output it with the name restart to filemode B. As a side note, DUMPLD2 also supports processing dumps from DASD or from a CMS file on disk. Please review the DUMPLD2 documentation in the CP commands and utilities reference or issue the help DUMPLD2 CMS command to learn more about DUMPLD2's options. We can see now that DUMPLD2 has found the dump which matches with our simulated system failure. We could go ahead and hit Y to continue with dump processing. Now, DUMPLD2 will tell us how many dump files will be created on our destination disk. This may vary depending on the size of your system. Smaller systems can expect 1 to 3 files, while larger VM systems can create up to 50 or more dump files. Since my test system is quite small, it will only produce a single dump file. We can hit Y to confirm, and the dump file will be processed and placed onto my B disk. Okay. We can now see that dump processing has been successfully completed and the dump titled Restart has been placed on the B disk. I'm going to check the B disk to confirm it's there, and now I'd like to make sure the dump is readable by viewing it with VMDUMPTL. VMDUMPTL is located on the MAINT193 disk, so we will access that first. Once that is accessed, we will open the dump using the VMDUMPTL command. Everything here looks as it should, so we could go ahead and get out of here and get rid of the extra files that VMDUMPTL created since we will not be needing them. You could delete the files by issuing the CMS discard command directly from the file list view. The last step here is to COPYFILE pack the dump. You could also use VMARK or terse if you'd like, just make sure you let us know which procedure you use to compress your files when sending them in, so that way we can decompress them properly. Once you see the dump has a fixed record length of 1024, you are all set to follow the instructions on our webpage to FTP the file to IBM support so that we may begin our analysis. Thank you for watching.